Hi everybody, Radical Gardener. But boy, hasn't it been a while since I've been on camera talking to you. I'm so addicted to being in my garden that, that's where I want to be, right? Hey, Radical Gardener. So, a lot of questions from the subscribers, and I want to thank all the returning subscribers. My channel is building fast. As you know, when the YouTube took my channel down, they took 3,500 subscribers with them and 250 videos. So, it took the wind out of my sails. I haven't been as motivated. I mean, all that research I did for all the prepping stuff is just, I can't even add up the hours. That's my bird yelling at me. Anyway. And so I realized this week that I haven't really been making a lot of YouTube videos because, that's the point. And, it's one of those things. But, I mean, bottom line is I enjoy doing it and I enjoy having a discourse with subscribers. And I really, I love showing what's going on, in my garden and, and my love sharing my thoughts. So, there you go. I'm probably a narcissist and I don't even know it. Yeah. And by the way, my new favorite tea, you guys, my Michigan cup is ginger peach. Oh my gosh. I even ordered it in bulk online. So 200 bags of tea showed up. And I have so many herbs that I dry and different things that I dry for tea throughout the year. But, just look at all that chamomile that I use as a border in my yard. I have a lot of chamomile this year. All right, so let's talk about, the weather has been interesting. Let's talk about the weather. As you know, I'm in southeast Michigan, and the bird's telling you too that, it like rains one day and the sun shines the next. Rains one day, sun. It's like living in Vietnam. We're not getting the real heat. It goes up to 74. Every once in a while we'll hit 80, but it's definitely about 5 degrees cooler than normal and much wetter. As any of us that follow the grand solar minimum, we know that cosmic ray flux has a lot to do with the extra added moisture that's in the air and really creating these flood-like situations all over the world. All right, so having said that, because I grow in raised beds and containers, I'm doing pretty good with my garden. Nothing's sitting in the ground and really getting drenched. I have a couple of things that the pots are just too wet. The sweet potatoes, if I get a sweet potato out of my sweet potatoes, it'd be a miracle. I'm not getting the really warm temperatures, nor, and it's just too wet. I mean, I might just end up with mush when I go to see what's in those bags. The regular potatoes are off the hook. I'm growing in bags, grow bags. I will do that every year from here on in for potatoes. The only thing that I made a mistake is that the bag should have been bigger because my potatoes look like trees right now. All right, so somebody wrote me, and this has to do, we're going to shift over now about dental stuff. And as you know, I got very radical about what was going on in my teeth and or in my mouth. And I've been battling dental issues since 1974 when I had a car accident, knocked 8 teeth out of my mouth, and that's why I have this little bit of a scar, and it broke my jaw. So from that trauma, off and on, it's just not been a good story. And then you add on the fact as a musician, I never had insurance, so I very rarely went to the dentist because I didn't have the money. So it just kind of kept snowballing. And then when, finally, as I got older, my husband had a good job and then I started making money and then I could go to the dentist. But, by that point, we were just doing a lot of catch up. So what I ended up with were a lot of root canals, and root canals are absolute poison to the body. I posted articles. Please do your research before you get a root canal. There's so much so many studies that have been done in regards to how detrimental to our health they are. They can almost never get all the bacteria out, if ever. So know that your teeth sit on the top of really at the beginning of your meridians. Your meridians start in your mouth. Your teeth are right there where the meridians start. And so they go down to the bottom of your feet. And so when you have an issue in your mouth, you may have a chronic issue in your body on that meridian. And I did post a chart sometime back, and I'll look if I still have it. I will put it down below, but it shows what tooth and affects what meridians and the different parts of the body. So anyways, I had some chronic issues, even though I was taking the C60, even though I'm feeling really great, even though I'm having all these successes with my health. I mean, more than I would ever imagine. It was really, there were some real chronic things. And one of them was sciatica in my right leg. Well, since I had those teeth pulled, I haven't had sciatica. So that's pretty interesting. So I eventually, in the last month, I had the remainder of my teeth pulled. I have a denture in here now. I love it. It's taken me some time to get used to it. I'm still working on my diction. It fits very snugly. It's always in my mouth. I take it out, once a day to clean it. So I never really go without having beautiful teeth in my mouth, much prettier than the teeth I had. They look incredibly natural. I'm not telling you to pull your teeth out. I'm telling you I had something like 7 or 8 root canals. And the studies that I read, 95% of the people that had cancer had root canals, and something like 85, it was just really high, 85% of people that had strokes or heart attacks have root canals. I mean, there was so much evidence that root canals really cause serious problems, because you have this toxic bacteria, diseased scenario sitting at the top of a meridian. I mean, it's just bad news. So anyway, let me read the note I got from one of the subscribers. By chance today, through your conversation with David at Adept 30, I noticed your other recent YouTube referring to your dental nightmare being over. Your words on this nightmare so resonated with me, and I should tell you who this is from. This is from me Steele at breathe.com. Your words on this nightmare so resonated with me regarding painful tooth problems with referred pain down my right side. I've been enduring for the last 3 to 4 months with 2 problem unhappy teeth on my right side. One tooth is an old failed root fill and with a deep filling, and the other was very worn down. It was recently given a partial pulpotomy when I refused root fill. Pulpotomy. And a permanent filling was then put on top of exposed root pulp. What? These people are insane. With a nightmare, I've had nerve pain down my neck, top of chest, and soreness in my inner right forearm since that time. You know what? I did too. I had a pain that was here under my arm that went across my right breast down around my gallbladder and my liver. And I kept, remember you guys, I kept saying my liver's stuck, my liver's stuck, my liver's stuck. It wasn't, my liver was stuck. There was a nerve from here that was going down to this, and I haven't had that problem since, right? So I relate. I'm also in my 60s. I think the only way forward for me, as in your case, may be removal of these 2 teeth. That's right. Get them out. Get them out. And your video on this topic that I watched today is encouraging me to move in this direction. There's no doubt that problem teeth, diseased teeth, can have pain repercussions down that side of the body and very negatively affect one's vitality and whole joie de vivre. I hope you don't mind. Do you still feel the benefit your recent removal of your 2 diseased teeth? 2? Wow. Well, I started out with having 5 taken out, and then I had 6 taken out. So listen, for me, it was worth it. I'm not telling everybody to pull their teeth, but I'm just saying it better out than in for me, because it was just going to be nothing but more root canals, right? Are you glad you had them removed, and was it very traumatic? I'll talk about that in a minute. And is your denture comfortable? Very much so. Very much. There's no doubt that problem teeth, diseased teeth, can have serious pain repercussions. Oh, I see. I really appreciate it if you feel able to reply. I don't mean to intrude on your privacy. Oh, come on, knock it off. I'd love to share this information. So, yeah, it is traumatic. I mean, you know, when the bottom teeth were knocked out, it just didn't bother me that much. And then when I had the side teeth removed, they were all root canals. That didn't bother me. But when I had my front teeth pulled, that was like, what am I doing? Because they're my front teeth, you know? And yeah, I mean, they're my front teeth. You know, that's what people see. I mean, yeah, it was traumatic. So, but I got over it, and now I'm happy with it. I'm still working on some diction stuff, but because that's what I do for a living, I teach speech. I just ate something that really made me really mucousy, so sorry about that. So I teach that. I teach diction, and so I'm working on it. And what I've noticed is that the middle of the tongue becomes compromised a little bit, and so I have to have better follow through with the tip of my tongue. So if any of you have any diction problems, due to any kind of dental work, please let me know, because I have some really great tips that I can share with you and can help you on your way. Right? Okay, so. There were a lot more things that I wanted to cover, but that went on a bit. Let me see if I can get to this one that somebody asked me questions on the YouTube channel, and then somebody wanted me to show I think it was Candace that wanted me to show the front yard, because the curb, I haven't been showing you a close-up of the curb. Okay, here we go. Green kiwi. I love that. How long does it take to water each day? We hardly water because of the rain. There's been so much rain. But we water, if it wasn't raining, we water about every other day. Because we're in pots and in the raised beds, you don't have to water as much. It maintains the moisture. And we were watering too much. My husband loves to water. It's just a real meditative thing for him to do. We were watering a little too much, but now it just rains. I mean, we don't water. We just don't water. But yeah, maybe it was once every 3 days. That's what we would water. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to water. I mean, the backyard maybe took 20 minutes, and the front yard maybe took 15. And there is a thing called sprinklers. Put the sprinkler on, and who cares how long it takes? You're not standing there doing it. The other part is tell that to the dinosaurs. I don't know what they wanted me to tell the dinosaurs, but I guess something. Do you reckon you can have about dehydration? Oh yes, I did so many YouTube videos on that, and I'm just getting ready to do more videos on the dehydrating the vegetables that I have in the garden. I have all my stuff still from last year in jars. I put them in mason jars and label them. And so if I make soup and I've dehydrated kale, I sprinkle the kale in the soup, and it acts as a spice, and I get the nutritive value of, if not the same as if I was pulling it out of the ground, but I am getting it. And so nothing goes to waste in my garden. And as I don't know if you remembered, but I was like even saving the mustard seeds, when a mustard plant goes to seed, and I was saving those and using those as spice. And what else? Oh, remember my radishes? My radishes got really woody because I was on vacation, and so I chopped them up in my little chopper, and then I used them as a spice. So nothing goes to waste in my yard. Actually, I'm just finishing up one of the lettuce ones. I have 2 lettuce things going right now, and I just finished it up today, and we just had a wonderful salad. And then I'm going to plant my peppers where the lettuce was. I amend the soil with worm casting and a little bit of soil, and I'm going to put my peppers in the next couple of days in that big huge bin where I had that. So yeah, so I hope that helps. It's great to be back. I'm really going to try to commit to do one of these a day. I miss doing these for you, and just getting the interaction and everything. It's been really great. I'm feeling great. Last week, you probably can see I look a lot different. Well, I think I do, but who knows. But okay, you guys, a radical gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. And I'm sending you a ton of love. Solo, you want to say anything? Solo? Huh? You want to say anything? No? Solo doesn't want to say a damn thing. Okay, you guys, love you all. Bye.